Hello, this is LaserBolt, and welcome to another Destiny 101 video where we cover everything about Destiny. And if you're new to the game, if you're coming back, and even if you're a vet, you're still going to want to know all this because all this is going to be helping you guys in not only getting the best loot you could possibly get in Destiny. So today we're going to be talking about how to get exotics in the game. This was a question that was brought up in one of the comments section. So once again, guys, if you have any questions about the game, if you're new coming back, drop them in the comment section down below. We'll definitely put up a video for you guys to help you better understand and make your life a lot easier in Destiny because I know it does get a little bit complex. So let's go ahead and talk about exotics. So there are there's three types of exotics that you're able to obtain in the game. Number one, you're able to obtain exotics either by doing quests, like for example, the one for this particular quest that recently came out this week, which I have a video on, Jäger Spectre. This particular weapon you are only able to get is if you complete the quest line for that specific season. So we're in this season right now. You're able to get the Jäger Spectre. Now, for every season, guys, remember that you're able to get two weapons. Not only are you going to be able to get the weapon that you get from the quest, but you also get the weapon that comes within the season pass. So if you notice right here, guys, if I go all the way down here to the beginning, you're going to notice that the Lawrence Driver, which is another linear fusion rifle, was also available for the season pass. So every season, guys, you get a chance at getting two weapons. One that you get automatically when you get the season pass. Number two, another one that you'll be able to get in the quest. So that is one way to get exotics. The other way you're able to get exotics is by doing activities within the game. So let me give you guys a quick example of what I mean. So let's go to the destinations here. We're going to go to this one here. This is the Vault of Glass raid. Almost every raid, I would say every raid has an exotic that you're able to obtain for that particular, raid, right? So for example, the Vault of Glass currently right now has one of the best exotic weapons in the game called the Vex Mythic class. This one, guys, you're only going to be able to get that exotic from this form, from completing the raid, killing Atheon. Once Atheon is killed, you're able to get that. Another weapon that a lot of people are like, you're probably saying, you got to make sure, guys, if you want to do max DPS, you have to have this weapon, the 1000 Voices. Now, the 1000 Voices is another weapon that is very highly sought after that you're only able to do by completing a raid as well. So do keep in mind, the only way you're able to obtain certain weapons is by doing high-end content like raids. And also there is another way that I want to mention, which I'm going to show you guys right now by pulling up the map once again. The other way you guys are able to obtain exotics is by farming lost sectors. Now, the interesting part about lost sectors is they actually change from giving you helmets, from giving you armor. So you're going to want to make sure you check the destination, and you're going to notice this little icon right here. It's going to tell you guys, if you run this holo, if you do this lost sector by yourself, you're going to get a chance of getting exotic legs and armor. These are always going to be able to be farmed. So if you're missing a lot of exotic legs for that particular time that lost sector is active, you're able to go in here and farm this over and over until you get all the exotic legs you could possibly get and complete your inventory on what sort of exotics you're currently missing. Now, of course, even if you guys continue playing the game, there's still other methods of you guys actually being able to get exotics. The other way is just by playing the game in general. If you do strikes, if you do PvP, you're still might actually get a chance to get one of those exotics to drop for you. For example, another effective way to do this is by ranking up your Crucible, because as you notice here, one of the advantages of getting a rank reward is going to give you an option to pick any of these. And you're going to see right here, it's currently right now my rank is 1 out of 17. But once I get to rank 16 again, it's going to give me a chance to pick a exotic Engram here that will be able to decrypt on any sort of exotic. So this is another way to farm exotics. Now, the question you might be having is, Laser, okay, that's awesome, but there are weapons that I haven't been able to obtain. I saw a video, there was a quest that I had to do, and that quest is no longer available. Well, how exactly do I go about getting these weapons? Well, you're going to come to the tower, and you're going to notice where it says Exotic Archive, Momentum of Lost Light. This one in particular, guys, is going to give you an option to take a look at all the exotics that have been appearing for different expansions. So we have the Red War exotics, we have the Forsaken exotics, Shadowkeep exotics, and Beyond Light exotics. So you're going to go ahead and press Y since I'm on Xbox right here. And as you guys notice right here, I have every single exotic weapon already collected for this particular option. So I no longer need to get these. Now, if for some reason, guys, you didn't play the Red War exotics, that's not going to be checkmarked for you guys. It's going to give you an option to buy one of these. And I'm also going to tell you guys which ones I want to recommend for you guys to buy. If you guys are like, oh man, I want to know which ones I should pick up. Because it is important to know which ones you should pick up first. If you guys did play Forsaken and weren't able to get all the exotics, as you see right here, I have all of them. but I'm missing the thorn because I didn't do the quest. I'm missing the bow right here. I'm also missing this one. But if I wanted to get these, now I'm going to be able to obtain these without doing the quest, but I'm going to need material. And we'll come back and talk about that material and what we need and how to get it in just a little bit. And we go to Shadowkeep, which I didn't play too much Shadowkeep. I only played a little bit. You're going to notice that I did pick up some weapons, but I'm still missing weapons like the Travel Shorsen, a Bastion, another bow right here, as you see, a sidearm. So there is a lot of stuff that I'm currently missing. Now we go to the one we're in right now. You're going to notice that I'm missing the duality and, of course, the divination. So there are stuff that we're missing for Beyond Light. Now, whenever we get the Witch King, this is going to get filled up with all the stuff that was available in that season. So you guys are going to be able to reference to this video in case you guys are missing it. So now the question becomes, is laser eye, that's cool. How do I go about getting this weapon? So for example, let's say I want to pick up this thorn because I feel like the thorn is going to be very good in Crucible. I want to make sure I have this weapon in my inventory. What exactly is it that I need? So you're going to notice right here, if I want to purchase this one, it's going to cost me, first and foremost, it's going to cost me an Exotic Cipher, which I'm going to tell you guys how to farm these and where to get these from. It's going to cost me 125,000 Glimmer. It's going to cost me 200 Dustlight Shards, and it's going to cost me an Ascended Shard. Now, Glimmer's pretty easy to get. The Dustlight is pretty easy to get. The Ascended Shards, those are easily obtained because you could pretty much go to a vendor. Like say I want to go to the gunsmith and buy that. I'm able to actually pick those up and, be able to get them right here. It's just going to cost me a little bit of enhancement prisms, some helium, and some glimmer, and boom, I have another one if I need to. The biggest problem, though, is this guy right here, and I'm going to tell you guys why this is a problem. So this guy's right here, which is the Exotic Cipher. This is the one that's going to be a little bit trickier because this one, you're only able to get all your characters. So it's all account based. So you get one, it only works for one character. I mean, it only works for one character, and all your characters are going to share this one, okay? Now, the thing is, you can't get these or farm these. There's only two methods of actually obtaining them. Number one, the first method of actually obtaining them, which would be the easier one, is if you go to your season battle pass, you're going to get awarded one every season. So you're going to notice right here, I already picked one up, and it's going to give you that one at 55. Now, I believe it's only one for each season because I don't see any other one available at the moment. Yeah, so it's only one for each season. So keep that in mind. Now, in addition to that, there is another way to actually do it, and that is when Xûr comes. Remember, Xûr comes every Friday, and Xûr will be able to give you guys a quest. Now, within this quest is if you guys complete this quest, you're going to be awarded one of these ciphers. Now, that's what makes it really cool because that's going to give you an option that you're going to be able to pick one of these every single week. So remember, Xûr comes by every week. You pick up his quest that he has available for you guys, and you will be able to get yourself one of those ciphers so you guys can go ahead and get another weapon. But do keep in mind that Xûr leaves every Tuesday. If you don't complete the bounty he gives you, then you are not going to be able to pick up one the following week. You have to complete that bounty before Xûr leaves before Tuesday. So my suggestion, pick it up on Friday and try to complete it by Monday. So that way, you have that Exotic Cipher and you are going to be missing a week to come. Now, speaking of Xûr, of course, you're able to still get exotics from him. Not only are you able to get an Engram, you're also able to get any exotic that he brings that particular week. And in addition to that, you're able to buy into an extra Engram as well. And that, my friends, is how you're going to be able to get these exotics. That's the fastest way to actually get them and fill your inventory. So if you're missing a weapon that you need to get and you're playing in a team and they're like, yo, man, do you have this? Do you have that? Now you know, guys, how to obtain it. Now, let's talk about the stuff that I recommend you guys pick up. So, all right, so if you made it to this part of the video, you actually made it to the best part, which is me recommending you guys which ones you should spend your cipher in if you don't have any of these weapons. We're going to go from pretty much from each exotic quest on forward. So let's start out with the Red War. For here, the Red War, guys, there's a couple ones I want to recommend. Number one, Sleeper Simulate. Really good weapon to have in case you don't have the 1,000 voices. This is definitely a really good weapon. Really high DPS for PvE content. And you guys can't go wrong with this one as well. The next one I want to recommend, this one here, the Whisper of the Worm. Another really good weapon to have. Really good sniper rifle, really good for PvE as well. And there's two honorable mentions that I want to mention here. Number one, the Mida Multi-Tool, very good scout rifle. And of course, the Outbreak Perfected, really good pulse rifle. But those are not high priorities. I would prioritize the Sleeper here if you had one to pick. Now, moving along. This is where a lot of really good weapons are. If you play a lot of PvP, guys, this is where you want to pay close attention because these are where all the really good weapons are. So hand cannons are the meta right now, and you're going to want to make sure you have either the Ace of Spades, which is really, really good. You want to make sure you have the Last Word, which is another really good hand cannon. And last but not least, if you've been playing Trials, you notice that this weapon has been denominating like crazy, which is a Thorn. So you definitely want to make sure you guys pick yourself up a Thorn. Really helpful, really good one. And those are the ones I would recommend. Then if we go over to the Shadowkeep Exotics, these ones, guys, that's like, there's only one that I would probably recommend, the Withered Horde. This is actually a really, really good grenade launcher. Very highly used, and one that I recommend you definitely put in your arsenal. And for Beyond Light Exotics, I would probably save some and just spend the ones I would recommend. And there you guys have it, guys. Those are the best way to actually get exotics in Destiny and how to farm them and how to get weapons that you probably don't have in your inventory. I hope you're finding these Destiny 101 videos helpful and informative. If you are doing the heats for you guys, drop a comment, drop a like. Don't forget to stop by our Discord. We have a lot of like-minded individuals like yourself can come by, hang out. If you need help with Destiny raids or trials, make sure you guys head over to our Discord server. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.